Hi everybody, it's me Tootsie, and today I'm going to show you how to do a natural sewing with hair left out around the edges so that the style can be ponytailed and basically done whatever you want to it. So I already braided my hair. I have, as you can see, this hair right here is going to be left out just as on this side, and it goes all the way around where that braid is back there. And that's it. So the braids go all the way around, and down there you can see they just go around. And I like up here so I can get a very close sew. I have this braid going like that on both sides, and this braid connects here, and this hair, because you don't want to leave it out, it connects to one of those braids over here. I believe it's this one right here, and hair right in the middle. There we go. So I have 3 bundles of Bella Dream hair. Love it, love it, love it. It's great. Been wearing it since December, and we're now in May. So that's about a good 4 or 5 months. It's been dyed twice, washed, and all that other good stuff. So I'll do a review on that real soon. Anyways, 2 braids in the back, plaited. My hair is really thick. If you have thin hair, you can braid it into 1. So we're gonna hold this up like so, and we're gonna we're gonna sew very tightly the braids going up. Big knot so it does not come loose. Okay, ran out of thread, so I'm gonna re-secure my back piece. It's pretty tight, but I want it really secure so it does not come loose. I like my sewings to last 2 months. Lazy don't really like to do that, so I'm gonna re-secure it. Okay, sewing your bundle. Because we want this to be able to be ponytailed, what you have to do when you're sewing in the track is you put it back there. You want to tuck it under here. See that braid, that hump? You want to tuck it under there. So when you begin to sew, you sew tucking like that under here, so that when you ponytail it, that's going to be sewn down, but so that when you ponytail it, I'll show you your tracks and your braids are completely covered with that extra hair that's out back there. So let's start on that. Remember, that hair right there is not a part of my sewing. It's my extra hair out for the ponytail. Just so you have to remember that. Do not sew that in, because you will be pissed. When I say pissed. It's also very important, those fresh tracks that you're locking in, you want those locked in the tightest, because that holds all of your tracks. And this weave is previously used. Normally I have tracks that aren't cut. I don't really like to cut my bundles, because then you get confused when you're taking it out and all these other things, especially when it's dyed. Mine's dyed dark to light, so I don't want that confusion going on so much when I'm, trying to do my hair. To further lock this track in, I'm sewing just 2 little hooks to the braid next to it so that the track is extra locked in. We're going to cut that thread very closely. Oh, I'm going to cut the weave, hold on. And cut that thread very closely. Re-knot it and process again. I don't like extra long pieces like that on my thread, so I cut it be real close like that, so you don't want those threads hanging out of your tracks. So you guys see what I'm talking about back there? That track way under there. See? This is only one little track and it's already covering good down here. Whereas there's going to be more tracks ready for that braid, but it's covering. I hope you guys can see that braid down there. So when this hair comes out back here, my ponytail is flawless. So I'm going to continue to sew. And please make sure you guys space out well between your tracks. I like it fuller up here than back here because up here is where I'm going to be doing all the styling and turning and bangs and all that other good stuff. So, another track, same process. Okay, ladies, so you just keep continuing. This is a long track. You just keep continuing to sew the tracks from side to side, coming like that and crossing back over in a pattern like that until you sew all the bundles in. I'm going to continue sewing and I'll come back when I'm up here so I can closely show you how I've been sewing those bundles, because I know my camera probably didn't get a good capture of that. When I sew up here, you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about, and I'll show you how to close that up real tight. So hold on. Okay, I'm back, ladies. As you can see, I have 2 full bundles in right now and a little bit more to sew. That is where my last bundle comes in. Depending on how many bundles you want to put in, you might want to double sew some of the tracks. I double sewed my middle bundle, which is just taking the whole track and folding it in half like that and sewing it like that. So I don't like my top to be bulky, but I do like it to be full. So my last top half is going to be single sewn, and hopefully you'll be able to see me sewing better, because I know the last part, I don't think it was showing good sewing. So hopefully you guys can see this one as I start going. Hold the track to where you're going. Because it's my head and this is more of a feeling process, I like to take the needle into the braid first and connect the track like so. Remember, you want to lock those tracks in really good. Like I said, I like it full but not bulky, so these tracks are going to be going around very, very, very close together, meaning as I'm going around, I'm going to go around really, really, really close till I seal in the top. I don't use any glue, which is why my hair is really healthy. I will show you guys sooner or later. I don't use any glue. I like to get my tracks very close, keep the sewing lasting longer. And with glue, if you want a long lasting sewing, you have to keep gluing in those tracks. Not good for your edges. Moving this track along. See, really close. And once you run out of that braiding platform back there with the plaits, and you can't just sew how you want to sew, you have to sew braid to braid. You want to take the needle, and every time you sew the track twice on each braid so it's locked and tight. You don't want loose tracks. When you get up here, you want to get the braid at the tip. Make sure I'm doing that right. At the tip of the braid so that your track fully covers all your braid. And when you want that good ponytail, it looks very natural. This is just a quick measure to make sure. Okay, you guys, back as promised, finna show you how to close in that little piece right there. So what I want to do is I want to braid, not braid, but I want to sew the track under the braid, which is going to do something like that. Wait, see better when I'm done. So I want to sew it under, go around, do the same thing, and then come back over the braid. So that's going to give you a really close sew like that. So your natural hair is going to cover those tracks perfect. Okay, so to do this, we're going to take the track and pull it tight And you see that piece of the braid right there? We want to get that part. A little more hair than that though. Getting that part. Be gentle, guys. You don't want to really hurt your hair so much. Make sure it's tight. And again for your double sew. And as you can see, there's still braid for the top half. I don't like when people try to sew on your hair and it hurts. And you can see right here, this is what it would look like when you have the straight back braids. That's why I like this extra braid to really close it in. So these braids right here, some people leave it like that, and you can lay your hair on top of that, but it's way better when you got that close sew how we're gonna have, so you don't have those hairs and when your new growth comes and all those other things. And you can do way more styles like this. So continuing, make sure that's tight. And you're gonna do the same exact thing on this side. Hold on, let me get this hair out of my way. Okay. I just want to measure once again. I think I'm gonna. Okay, yeah. Wow, it's like I had just enough hair the way I sew. I love this. This is so beautiful. I know I'm not done yet, but you can see. I mean, look, you can't even really see in the camera where those tracks are. You see what I'm saying? Like, great. Like, even this little bit of hair is covering. This is perfect. Like, you can have so many styles with this. Okay, anyways, back to business. Okay, that front half is complete. So, like I said, we're gonna come around and cover that up. And you see, that's already a close sew. So once I close that in, I am very tired too, by the way. One second, guys. 1 second. I'm gonna come back and show you the finished product because I cannot get this on camera. But I showed you guys what to do. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back, okay? Okay, so this side is way much easier to do. And it's amazing how I'm like spot on with the tracks. Like, seriously. Like, that is good stuff right there. So I'm just closing in this last little piece right here. And of course the hair needs to be straightened, but I'm not going to straighten it right now. I'll show you guys pictures in the end. Because it's late, I'm just going to go to bed. But I'll show you the ponytail and everything else. And I'll flatten it tomorrow. Add those clips in. Done. I'm gonna cut this piece here so you guys can see how close that is. I don't want to cut my hair, wait. I can't cut it right there. It's not cutting right there. Whew. Okay. So you can see this sewing is amazing. Like spot on. I mean, you can barely see the part connecting the natural hair to the tracks. I love it. I love it. I love it. And let me get these braids out over here. Half the braids done came out by itself, and that ain't cute. Good thing I wasn't back there. Take this last braid out. You guys can see that. So that you can't see none of my braids. That is track folding. Get up there. Did you guys see that? See, that's track folding. I mean, you can barely see. Now see, this is a part down the middle, but it is capable of, like I said before, ponytailing, wearing it down fabulously to the side. How I just tossed that over. I mean, once I put my hair over that, that is like spot on. And I know how to camouflage well, so I will be able to do like a side part with this, and my natural hair will be over here. It'll be like, I need more hair, but it would end up being something like this, and like a comb over, real cute, and I would blend it very well. I'm tired, but trust me, it'll lay. It'll lay. You just gotta know how to work it. My edges are really dry, so I'm going to put some of this leave-in conditioner on it. This is what I put on my hair, and because you can see I dyed my around the world to blend with my hair, so I'm gonna put, this is Infusing 23 leave-in conditioner. It's really good for my hair. I always put it on, especially those dye parts, but I'm gonna put a little on my edges. I don't want it too wet because I'm trying to show you guys the finished product. But to kind of take care of my edges, especially the dye hair. I know it's still short compared to my natural hair, but I like to put this on like once every 3 days or so. So my hair, I can save the little bit of edges I do got going on over here. Like, it can be short, but they will not be missing. And so I'm just gonna ponytail this really quick so you guys can see. Don't pay my edges no mind right now, and you can still not see the track. This would be totally covered. And as you can see, ponytailed. And depending on your edges in your hair, you can kind of judge how much you're gonna have to leave out. I could have even left out less hair than I did, but when my hair starts to grow, I still want to be able to cover those tracks. And leaving out this much right here, it gives me more of a natural look with styles and everything like that. So that's the front, whatever. I know you guys are tired of me talking. Side view. Side view. Back ponytail. You cannot see anything. This is where the weave is starting. Bumping over. Other side right there. Amazing. This is what all your celebs wear and all of those things. I know this ponytail is a mess. I'm tired. I'll show you guys some pictures in the end.